best person for the job, period. Words and promises,
Words and promises,
no matter how visionary
no matter how visionary
they sound, will
they sound, will
only get you so far.
only get you so far.
In our business,
And all business,
you're not a builder
you are not a builder
unless you've got a building
unless you've got a building.
to show for it.
Unless you've got a building to show for it.
Or in my father's
Or in my father's case,
city skyline.
city skylines.
Most people strive their
Most people strive their
entire
lives
to achieve great success
to achieve great success
in a single industry.
in a single industry.
My father has succeeded in
My father has succeeded in
many on the highest
on the highest
level
level
and on a global scale.
and on a global scale.
One of the reasons he has thrived
One of the reasons he has
as an
thrived
entrepreneur
as an entrepreneur
is because he
is because he listens
listens to everyone.
to everyone.
Billionaire executives
Billionaire executive,
don't usually ask the
billionaire executives don't usually
people doing the work
ask the people doing the work
for their opinion
for their opinion
of the work.
of the work.
My father is an exception.
My father is an exception.
On every one of his projects,
On every one of his projects,
you'll see him
you'll see him talking
talking to the super,
to the
painter,
super, the painter,
the engineers,
the engineers,
the electricians.
the electricians.
He'll ask them for their
He'll ask them for
feedback.
their
If
feedback.
they think something
If they think something
should be done
should be done differently
differently or could be done better.
or could be done better.
When Donald Trump is in
When Donald Trump is in charge,
all that counts
all that counts
is ability, effort, and excellence.
is ability, effort, and excellence.
This
has long
been the philosophy
been the philosophy
at the Trump
at the Trump organization.
Father's company,
At my father's company,
there are more female
than male executives.
Women are paid equally
Women are paid equally
for the work that
for the work
we do.
that
And
we
when a
do,
woman
and when women and when a woman becomes a mother,
she is
she is supported,
not shut out.
not shut out. Women represent 46% of the total U.S. labor force,
and 40% of
and 40% of American
households
have female primary
breadwinners.
breadwinners.
In 2014,
In 2014,
women made 80
women made 83
cents for every dollar
women made 83 cents
earned by a man.
for every dollar made by men.
Single women without children
Single women without children
earn 94
earn 94 cents
cents for each dollar earned
for each dollar earned
by a man.
by a man.
Whereas married
Whereas married mothers
mothers made only 77
made only 77 cents.
As researchers
As researchers have noted,
gender is no
gender is no
longer
longer
the factor creating
gender is no longer the factor creating the greatest
discrepancy in this
discrepancy in this country.
Motherhood is.
Motherhood is.
As president, my father will change
the labor
laws that were put in
the labor law that were put into place at a time when women were not a significant at the time when women were not a significant
of the workforce.
portion of the workforce.
And he will focus on
making quality childcare affordable and accessible
for all. As a mother myself of
three young children,
I know how
three young children,
hard it is.
I know how hard it is to work
while raising a family.
Right.
And I also know that I'm far more fortunate than most.
American families
need relief.
Policies that allow women with children
to
thrive should not be noticed.
They should be the
They should be
norm.
the norm.
Politicians talk about wage equality.
About wage equality.
But my father has made it a practice
at his company
throughout his entire career.
He will fight
for equal pay,
for equal work,
and I will fight
for this too,
right
alongside of him.
Yeah. Americans today
need an economy that permits people to rise again.
A Trump presidency
will turn the economy around
and restore the great
and restore the great American tradition of giving each new generation hope for brighter opportunities than those of the generation that came before.
In Donald
Trump,
you have
a candidate
who knows the difference between wanting
something done
and making it happen.
When my father says that he will build a tower,
keep an
eye on the skyline.
Floor by floor,
a soaring structure will appear, usually record setting in its height and iconic in its design.
Real
people
are
hired to do
real work.
Visions becomes reality. When my father
says that he will
make
America great
again,
he will
deliver. We have a chance this year
to reclaim
our heritage as a country that dreams big and to make the impossible happen. Fortunately, Donald Trump is incapable of thinking small.
When I
was a child,
my father
always told me,
Ivanka,
if you are going to be thinking anyway, you might as well think big. As president, my father will take on the bold and the worthy prize.
He will
be unafraid
to set
lofty
goals,
and he will be relentless in his determination to achieve them.
To people all
over America, I say, when you have my father
in your corner,
you will never again have to worry about being let down. You will never again have to worry about being let down. You will never again have to worry about being let down.
He will fight for you all the time, all the way,
every time. Maybe it's the developer
in him, Donald Trump cannot stand
but Donald Trump cannot stand
to see empty Main Street
streets
and boarded up factories
and boarded up factories
He can't bear the
He can't bear the injustice of college graduates who are crippled by student debt, and mothers who can't afford the childcare required to return to work
to better the lives
of their families.
Other
Other politicians
see these
hardships,
see the
unfairness
of it all,
see the unfairness of it all. See the unfairness of it all.
And they say, I feel for you.
And they say, I feel for you.
Only my father will say, I'll fight for you.
Only my father will say, I'll say for you.
The hard-working men and women of this country identify with my father. He is tough and he is persevering.
He is tough and he is persevering.
He is honest. And he is real. He's an optimist. And he's a relentless believer in America and all of her
potential.
He loves his family.
And he loves his country
with his heart and his soul. Politicians
ask
to be judged
by their promises,
not their results. I ask you to judge my father by his results.
Judge his values by those he's instilled in his children. Judge his competency by the towers he's built,
the companies he's
founded, and the tens of thousands of jobs he's created.
He is the single
most qualified server
to serve as chief
executive of an $18 trillion economy. My father will call upon the best and brightest people from all spheres of industry
and both sides of the aisle.
and both sides of the eyes.
A new set of thinkers. To face our country's
existing and future problems with fresh perspective and brave new solutions.
Come
January 17, all things
will be possible
again.
We can hope
We can hope
dream
and dream
and think big
again.
No one has more
faith
in the American people
in American people
than my father.
than my father. He will be your greatest,
your truest, and your most
loyal champion. This is the fighter,
the doer
that you have chosen as your nominee.
In ways no
one expected.
This moment
in the life of our country has defined a mission
and given it
to
extraordinary man.
He's ready to see it.
All the way through.
To speak to every man and every woman
of every background, in every part of this great country. To earn your trust. And to earn your vote. He earned that and much more from
me a long time ago.
I've loved
and respected him
my entire life.
And I could not
be more
proud
tonight
to present to you
and to all of
America
my father
and our next president
Donald J. Trump.
Donald J. Trump.